Well, good morning. Oh, good morning. Here's Kit. We are just getting out for a morning walk. This is the campsite. We're in an electric site. We did have a neighbor uphill. They left already. Looks like these guys might be leaving today in view of the fact that they don't have, they're not unhitched. Look at the beautiful lake, guys. How gorgeous is this? We're gonna throw away some trash. So this morning, we're going to go do a little hike. I think you can actually drive here to the Dinosaur tracks. I think we're going to the other side of the dam. Now, and I feel better now. You can drive to the parking lot, but you can't drive all the way up to the Dinosaur trackways. So here's the map. So we have to go from here all the way up to there. And there's no, there is a scale on this map. It looks like it's probably close to half a mile. So that'll be perfect. Come on, Kit. Go around. Good boy, good go around. Somebody's parked up here. Day use permit required for all visitors. More than 100 million years ago, dinosaurs walked on the sandy shores of a seaway that extended from the Gulf of Mexico to Canada. Days were warm and humid, and plants covered the shore, much like the modern lowlands of Louisiana and Mississippi. Down the path ahead, you'll see the tracks of at least 4 different types of dinosaurs, including 3-toed plant-eating ornithopods, meat-eating theropods, and an armored dinosaur. See the other side. Hang on, Kip, we gotta see the other side. Continued. There are 500 dinosaur tracks here. These tracks are some of the best preserved examples in the world. They represent the behavior of dinosaurs, including where some slipped in the mud and used their tails for balance to keep from falling. Tracks are studied by paleontologists to estimate the speed a dinosaur was walking, the way it stood, its weight, and if the dinosaurs traveled in groups. Interesting. Are you ready? Hang on. There we go. Well, regardless of what we see with dinosaurs, I imagine we're going to get some pretty views. Here's one right now. I think where I'm going to wind up is going to be out there on that point, way over there. Which is part of the reason I wanted to do this hike this morning, since I'm on this side of the campground. But I was chatting with somebody about halfway around yesterday that was in a first come first serve site, and she said that you can actually get to the dinosaur tracks from the other side of the lake. I think it's probably a longer walk, but I don't know, maybe not. So we'll probably be doing that too. And at the moment, I'm enjoying the absolute stillness. There's no wind. The lake is glassy looking, beautiful reflections, and I'm really hoping I can convince myself to stay here for a little while. 2 reasons. One is that would keep me from doing it. One is the fairly crappy signal. Oh, look at this view. Just look at it. And the other is the temperatures. Sorry, I wanted to get a photo. Because it's supposed to be 90s for pretty much the next week, I think. Which is not terribly pleasant. Absolutely beautiful here. If I can stand the temperatures and I can stand the low signal, then I think I'll stay. Wow! Okay, so I want to stand forward. Pretty sure that's a turkey vulture down there with the red head. But what really caught my attention first is the water looks pretty daggone clear, even though there might be some algae floating on top. That sounded like a big fish or something. I left the screen door open while I was hooking up the hose and plugging into electric. Oh, so the other reason I chose the electric site was that I knew I was going to need water. And apparently I called that just right, because I went to do something like right after I got here, and really wasn't any water left in my tank. But, you know, I hadn't gotten water in more than 2 weeks, so not bad. I've done a pretty good job of developing conservation of my resources. What is that, Kit? Is that a grasshopper? Is that a grasshopper? Are you gonna get it? Why don't you leave him alone? Leave him alone. You don't need to bother him. That poor grasshopper wasn't hurting anybody. Kit tried to chase a rabbit yesterday while he was on leash. That didn't go all that well. Went pretty well for the rabbit. So that was good. Had a great night's sleep, because I managed to kill all the flies before I went to bed, so that was good. And yeah, Kit's fascinated with all the little bugs here. So, conservation of resources. I can easily do 2 weeks on a tank of water. I've done a maximum of 27 days on my black and gray tanks, and that was pushing it. So the reality is, most of the time, it's easier to just go ahead and dump my black tank when I'm getting water at the same time, and then they just kind of stay on the same schedule. Because I can't quite make it to 2-week cycles on the black tank. Here, let's get a view of the dam. Cool. So it's easier to just do both at the same time. And yesterday, I drove about 10 miles out of my way to go to Sugar Canyon State Park, because there was supposed to be a dump station there, which I wouldn't have had to pay for. I couldn't find it. Drove through the whole park, finally gave up, and ended up going to the dump station at Love's in Clayton before I came out here. So dumped my tanks, got water as soon as I got here, because I wanted to be stocked back up and ready to go today without having to do much in the way of outdoor work in the heat of the day. Look, they put a bench up here. We'll take a look at what the view is. See if they did it for the view or for the fact that you're walking up a hill to get here. Maybe both. Now, and here's the other side. This is what the dam is holding back. That's pretty impressive. Look at that beautiful view. There's a ladder to climb up this tower. I wonder what's in the tower. Well, you certainly get a nice view of the boat ramp here and the whole lake. Yeah, it's pretty. And maybe my next lesson is going to be learning to sit still without much of a signal. In 1955, the New Mexico Game and Fish Commission built a dam across Seneca Creek to make a bird refuge and fishing lake, so now we know it's not naturally occurring, which is now Clayton Lake. Layers of basalt and shale were blasted away, creating an emergency spillway and exposing soft sandstone to the weathering effects of rain and snow. And water does the rest. So in 1982, Clayton Lake overflowed into the spillway, rushing over the ground and removing the last few inches of sandstone that covered the tracks. So we got at least 4 different kinds of dinosaurs, including both plant eaters and meat eaters. One track appears to have been made by a plant-eating baby dinosaur, and there are even crocodile footprints. Most common footprints show 3 distinct rounded toes. Paleontologists believe they were made by 2 different species of iguanodonts, herbivorous dinosaurs that walked on 2 strong muscular legs much of the time and carried a long tail. These dinosaurs weighed about a ton, the size of a hippopotamus. Footprints of the carnivorous dinosaurs can be identified by their bird-like tracks made by 3 slender claws. So that's interesting. At least 2 kinds of carnivores have been identified here based on the size and shape. All right, we're going to go check out the walkway and take a look. And we're going to do this fairly slowly because this is the kind of thing that messes with my fear of heights. Not terrible though. I can do it. Keep your tracks to yourself. Please stay on the walkway. Okie dokie. Okay, so this walkway doesn't feel terribly secure. Tracks were made 100 million years ago when this area was the shoreline of an ancient ocean. What's left of a dried mud puddle, one that was protected by sand and covered by layers of rock. Look closely at the mud cracks on the ground and you can see the outline of a dinosaur's footprint where it stepped in the middle of it. great imagination. So you know you've been caught on video and now you're going to be on YouTube. Climbing off. You're going to be on YouTube.
The lizard took off and the grasshopper took off.
So everybody lived to see another day.
That's exactly right.
Which is always a good thing.
That's a good thing.
For sure. So have you seen tracks?
Yeah, well, this is our first time seeing it.
Cool. Where y'all from? Nice. So just out for a little bit. Cool. Very nice to meet you guys. Enjoy your trip. Have an amazing and fascinating time.
We will.
All right, you ready? Have a good one, guys. Let's see if we can find any actual tracks, or maybe we'll find a grasshopper to feed to a lizard. These guys seem to think it's a good idea. All right, so we're looking for three-toed tracks. You know, I'm really bad at hidden puzzle stuff, guys. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you're seeing them. I'm sure they're here. I'm just not sure I'm seeing them. On your right is a set of tracks that show a dinosaur who seemed to be shuffling back and forth in indecision. Curved tubular impressions are prehistoric worm burrows. Oh, okay, so this one right here with the grass-growing outfit is a carnivorous dinosaur, including its dew claw. Okay, I guess we're gonna just keep going along here. All the large circular depressions are dinosaur tracks, but their identity cannot be determined because diagnostic details have been lost in time. The red-stained three-toed track was made by a medium-sized carnivorous dinosaur. Red-stained. Not quite sure what they're talking about there. After the worms made the tubes in the sediment, sand filled in the space and preserved the original shape. Okay. Yeah, I want to hear some comments on this one, guys. I guess I'm just not real good at being able to spot this stuff. Well, this is pretty cool. And pretty clear to see right here, too, so that's actually very cool. Oh, and look over here, we can see a little pond. Try not to trip Sal. Okay, so these are meat-eater tracks. Okay, now I can actually see kind of the walking path there. They stood and walked on their powerful hind legs, could be about 12 feet high at the hip and up to 40 feet long. Huh. Alright, that's kind of cool. Don't get your toes stuck, kid. Some of these boards are pretty uneven. here we have assorted tracks. Large bipedal plant eaters are the rounded tracks on the left, and kite-shaped tracks made by a peculiar dinosaur that had claws, webbed toes, and walked on its heels. Perhaps it was a carnivorous, water-dwelling dinosaur that used its webbed feet and flat heels for swimming. Okay, another lovely view of the lake. There's some pond water runoff there, probably from all the rain that's been going on in New Mexico. So I think that's it for the dinosaur trackways. Thanks for coming along on that part. And we're going to go ahead and turn off the camera. And then head on back the way we came. Back up all these steps. Trying not to look through them because that messes with my fear of heights. All right. There's the view of the camera and the view of the camera and my phone.